All right, hello everybody. This is a video that's going to be talking exclusively about what's going on the student side of a WebEx session, so you can see what your students can and can't see on your screen, how they interact with the platform, and hopefully allow you to make some more informed decisions about how you run your sessions. So just like on the instructor side, the first thing students need to do is go to babson.webex.com. They may or may not have to do this. If you distribute a link, they may just click it, but for the purposes of this demo, I have to do things a little bit differently. So I'm going to say I'm going to go to Karst's room. I'm going to join that meeting. Notice that this is the same personal room link that we were talking about in the instructor side video, and now as a student I can just join that meeting. Again, if this is the first time the student was doing it, they would have to download a piece of software. I already have it, so we'll just open it up. I'm going to say join that meeting. Notice what's happened here. So this is the screen a student will see if you have not yet started the meeting. So your personal room is not open all the time. It's only open when you're there. And so on my other computer here, I'm going to start the meeting. And when I do start the meeting, voila. So on this particular machine right now, I am student Do. And notice that my audio is on. And so as a student, the first thing I should do is turn my audio off. This Nathan Karst is my other computer that is the host. So for instance, let's go through a couple things that the students would see. So the first thing, let's imagine I started my video on my other machine. So this is what the students would see once the video gets started. So it's just the webcam, and it takes up the full screen from top to bottom, and they basically only see this right now. So let's also go through and see if I think this is the one that student or faculty are concerned by more often than not. So this is that same RStudio window that I was showing in my other video, and here notice that this is literally all they see. So they see the top, but I have on this machine, my presenter machine, I have my Chrome window, I have my participant list, I have my chat window, I have these chat windows on top of the RStudio window, like the way that I see it. It's completely obscuring the RStudio window, and all they see is the RStudio window. If instead I go through, like we did in that other video, and share my Chrome screen too, notice that students now see both of these things, and I can put them side by side if I want to. Basically, all they're seeing is whatever is on your screen that they have been allowed to see. And so they're seeing your screen restricted to the things that you have authorized. So that's pretty nice. You can actually see a couple different things. You can keep your chats with students private. You can just kind of do all of these things. The thing that I actually don't know, let's do this, is imagine I turn my video on at the same time. Again, I don't use video that much. Okay, cool. So this is neat. So you can see, me up here, which is kind of weird because of all the delays. You can see me talking, and then both of the windows down here. I like this. That's neat. I mean, I never use it, again, just because I'm always worried about bandwidth concerns. And to be honest, if I'm on a long WebEx office hours and we're just talking, it's really nice to be able to get up and walk around because it can get tiresome just sitting there the whole time. So let me shut the video off. Great. Again, so if imagine I was going to pass the ball from my presenter computer to my student computer. I'm going to authorize that. So now I'm the presenter, just like I was on the host machine, and I can do all of the same stuff that I did there. So all of the same sharing multiple windows, all of this stuff. Notice that as a student, I cannot mute and unmute people as you would expect, but I can raise my hand. And so this is something you do not have on the instructor side. So notice what I do is I just go up to my name, and I have my little hand button, and this is what raises the hand on the instructor side and gives that little ping and allows you to know that there's a question that needs to be answered. Notice as a student, I can either broadcast to everybody, or I can send a question directly, private question to instructor. So the only thing you have to be careful of is that as the instructor, you're watching to see if they sent it to you or if they sent it to everybody, because it can matter. Sometimes it is a private question. Sometimes it's a question that they just sent to you because they didn't want to clog up the party line. But this is kind of exactly, for the most part, exactly what we would expect it to be. So we can do the same thing. Right now I'm using the computer for audio, but I have myself muted and all that. I can call in, I can turn my video on and off on this machine just like I did on the other one. And if I yank back the presenter ball from the student to the instructor, notice that I just lose all of my, should have lost all of my, well, what happens if I do this? Ah, interesting. So did I not drag it back? So the thing I'm confused by, team, is that if I just go to share as the student, I'm just allowed to share, and I actually did not know that. So I guess the only thing that's been stopping my students from sharing this whole time is the goodness of their hearts. So it's a strange thing. And I'm not sure why that's happening on the instructor side. So I will sort that out. Obviously, it's not something to do live here. But this is the big idea. So students can see individual screens that you shared. They can chat with you privately. You can give them presenter privileges. They can raise their hand. They can mute and unmute themselves, but they cannot mute and unmute others. You can always mute and unmute them. So these are the key things, and I will figure out that presenter thing and let you know.